Blog Talk Radio.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Well, Grand Rising. This is another great Monday morning, and you are tuned in to The Female Solution. I'm Executive Producer Naima Latif, and in a little while, we'll be joined by our morning host, our great higher learning guru, and we are looking forward to her conversation today with Rickey Hendon. And if you are a follower of politics, whether in Chicago or nationwide, you know that Rickey Hendon has been one of the most vocal voices over the last several decades. He's a former Illinois state representative, and he's a political consultant. And he joins us today to talk about the upcoming mayoral race and the candidacy of businessman and philanthropist, Dr. Willie Wilson. So we're looking forward to this fascinating conversation with your Monday morning host, Zelda Speaks. And we want you to call in 515-605-9325
and participate in this daily think tank. We are examining solutions to the issues of our time, and now we are going to have an opportunity to talk to someone who is heavily involved in this next election, but also has a wealth of information about the political system. If you listened to us yesterday on the Woman to Woman show with Wanda Carter, you know we are seriously educating people about the politics that runs this nation. How do we elect people who really are preparing to meet our needs? How do we determine whether or not they're sincere? Are they qualified? Are they going to listen? And do they have the knowledge that will enable them to actually make a change? This is important because we have been complaining for a long time. We've been talking about what isn't right, and yet we've always had within our power to change things, make them be right. We just need to know how. So what does it mean to be a candidate for office, and how do you actually get elected? It's more than just handing out a few flyers. You have to really scientifically break down area where there are votes. And we know that the United States is divided into precincts, whether they're the 5 or 6 block radius of people where you live that determines where a polling booth is, or they're that area where your police district functions. And we know that police operate according to the precinct where they are located. So what is a precinct, and who are the people who organize the voters and potential voters in those precincts in order to determine what are their needs, what are their desires, and what should a candidate say in order to earn their vote? And today we'll hear a bit about Dr. Willie Wilson's platform and what he plans to do and what he has been doing as a philanthropist, one who has focused on the needs of the wrongfully convicted or those who have been unfairly jailed because they don't have money, those who simply need someone to step in with the finances to save their homes. He's done a lot as a successful businessman. And how would that translate into his work as an elected official? Well, political consultant and talk show host Rickey Hendon will join us today, and he is live every Saturday from 4 to 6. And you need to listen to the Rickey Hendon Show to hear more about everything from politics to entertainment to what's happening in the world and what's happening in the city of Chicago. He's a dynamic voice among us, one who has been fearless in saying what needs to be said. So we're looking forward to his word today. We also want to give you a heads up as to what you can expect the next few days on the Female Solution, and we want you to join us, and we want you to participate as we share information with you. As always on Tuesdays, we give you some insight from our Voices of Enlightenment that are on the on-air network, and many of them give insight as to your own personal transformation. But we've also got some people coming from the Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light organization that is planning a peace march this Saturday. And this Saturday, we'll look to join them in downtown Chicago, starting at the Buckingham Fountain. But we're looking at a new movement, a new drive for a different kind of society, one that is kept safe not with guns, but with higher consciousness. People who choose to cooperate with each other and share what they have so that there is no need for violent confrontation or anger. That's the world we're building. And so the youth have pledged to work for that and to put out of office any elected official who doesn't agree with that agenda, because it has to do with their safety and their security and their right to be educated in a school building without fear that someone's going to come and blast them with of war. So we stand with them and with HWPL in this peace walk this Saturday, and we'll hear more about that on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to take a look at our human family and our responsibility for those children who have been possibly abandoned, those who are in foster care. What happens to their lives? And we'll hear from an exciting new author as she shares her book and what it means to feel like a throwaway. And then on Thursday, we'll hear more healing help from our sister Maika on Let's Talk About It with Maika. And we've been really working with getting rid of the whole spirit of racism in this nation. What does that mean? How do we need to change what's inside of people, their hearts, their fears? What is it that we as a human family need to do to change our minds, change our hearts, and change our conditions so that we can see each other for the beings of light that we truly are, and we can live in a world of peace. And then, of course, we've got more health and wellness with Beata on Friday. And we need to know how to heal our bodies and how to live in such a way that the vessels we're living in can continue to regenerate the cells that keep us alive. Aging is really not an automatic process because we're built to regenerate if we think the right thoughts, eat the right foods, get enough water, which is the source of life for these bodies, and get enough sleep, which is like recharging our batteries. What do we need to do to ward off illness and regenerate health? We want you to tune in, and then Saturday, we've got a special session on Women Entrepreneurs International with Be Love. We will be joining after the Peace March, a very special presentation, and this will be held in Chicago at the AMC Center, and I want you to tune in with us on Facebook Live. I'll be making a special address to women at this event, and we'll be on Facebook Live because we want to address our world community. We as women have a responsibility to change the dynamics of the world we live in. We've got to deal with the issue of sexism. And we're going to look at how women have transformed this country, how we have stood up, how we have stood out, how we have changed the thinking, how we, as spiritual women, have changed the dynamics of how we are viewed and how we function in the society. We have a great responsibility to begin the transformation of thought. And as we look at that Me Too movement, where so many women are coming forward to reveal how they have been violated by those that they trusted, what do we do to change the thinking of the next generation of men, sons that we are raising now? So we want you to join us on Facebook Live. And we're on Facebook Live now on the Female Solution. If you have liked our Female Solution Facebook page, you can join us now. And every Monday morning, we'll give you a heads up on what's to come of the week, some good news to share, and you can join us on Facebook Live from 7 to 7:30, and then we'll hear the invigorating, thought-provoking, conscience-raising voice of our Monday host, Zelda Speaks, and she speaks to us today, taking a look at the politics of Chicago, and why should we consider electing a philanthropist rather than a politician to the position of mayor. So we look forward every Monday morning to joining you and having you join us, but we especially want you to join us this Saturday during Women's Entrepreneurs International with Be Love as we go from our peace walk on Facebook Live to our presentation at the AMC Center during the event sponsored by PAMA, Pan-African Ahmadiyya Muslim Association. How do we as women gather our global family for a very focused effort to once and for all rid the world of the disease of sexism? We are global and no longer hidden. But now that we have a worldwide platform, what do we need to teach humanity? And those of us here in America who have fought and won a battle for the rights of women to be heard, to earn a living, to own property, to get respected in the workplace and in the home, what do we need to share with our sisters across the world, many of whom are still living in societies where women are repressed, beaten, and even killed because of ignorance? We in this nation have something to share. And we have many heroes, sheroes that have left a legacy of strength Saturday. And then, of course, we want you to come on back Sunday evening for another session of Politics, number 3, as we take a look at elected officials. What does an alderman do? What can we do as citizens to assist them in the process of forming and executing policies that change the conditions in which we live so that everyone has what they need to live a comfortable life? That's what our elected officials are elected to do, to enact policies, laws, and procedures so that we as a collective body can live together in peace. And when there is no justice, there is no peace. And it's unjust for some people to have more than they need and others to be deprived of what they need. People to have to break up their homes in order to get assistance from the government. How devastating was that welfare policy to our families, forcing men out of the homes rather than paying the men to do the work that needs to be done all across the country so that they can take care of their families? How diabolical was that? It was certainly not helpful. So we're recovering from generations of abuse. But how much of that was our own doing? And are we agreeing to our own demise? We have the power to choose to work together as men and women, creating businesses that sustain our families and provide a service and a product to our communities. We have the power to do that. We had it all the time. What is it that has to change on the inside of us to enable us to see our responsibility to use that power so that we can create the neighborhoods that are safe, secure, and self-sustaining? Our responsibility to the human family is to use our intelligence to create the solutions to every challenge we face. So we'll talk about that on Saturday, and we want you to join us on the Female Solution Radio Show and right here on Facebook Live on the Female Solution Facebook page so that we can share this message with our global family. We appreciate you so much. And, of course, on behalf of our team of radio hosts, we ask you to participate in the solution. So we're going to take a few of our listeners' calls as we get ready to hear from our dear brother, Rickey Hendon, who is once again stepping up and stepping in to be a part of the political process as we prepare to select a leader, city of Chicago. And if you're listening online, we want you to join this conversation. Give us a call, 515-605-9325, and press 1 when you're ready to speak so that we can open your mic and you can be heard. We always look forward to our listeners' participation. And many of you have been loyal over the years in giving us insight about some of the difficulties that you have overcome. And it's inspirational because we want you to succeed. We want you to share your success. But also, we appreciate your feedback. One of the things that we have emphasized over the years is solution-based thinking. It's so easy to vent frustration and anger. But after you have vented the anger and the frustration, then we have to turn our intelligence toward what is it that we would like to see happen. And when we ask that question, it has to be based on things that we have the individual power. If your solution is based on someone else doing something, then you're going to perpetuate a state of frustration because you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. It's like if you're in a relationship. If you say, well, the problem with my marriage is my spouse won't stop smoking. And if he would stop smoking, then I wouldn't have this breathing problem. Well, you can't stop them from doing whatever it is they do that pleases them. If they've got a physical addiction and they choose to hold on to it, that's a choice that they have made. You have one or two choices. You can choose to leave the room when they smoke or leave the house, or you can choose to leave the marriage. But you can't stop them from smoking. So what we have to do when we see something that is displeasing that someone else is doing, it isn't for them to change what they're doing because they have reasons for doing what they do. If we want to change the situation, which in the case of the smoking spouse is our discomfort and our physical distress at loss of pure oxygen, then we need to get away from where they are polluting our air. And if we love them but we don't like their smoking, then we need to remove ourselves when they choose to do so. And then they're free to make the choice to smoke and not be in our presence, or not smoke so they can be in our presence more often. But that's still their choice. So if we are choosing to be among people who behave in a way that is distasteful to us, we have the ability to choose not to be in their presence or to simply tolerate what is being done. Now, if what's being done is intolerable, then we have to remove ourselves from what is intolerable. When it comes to people who treat you badly in a place where you shop, and we have talked about this, do you boycott? Do you form picket signs? Do you demand an apology? Well, you know, the story of the Starbucks incident was viewed by over 1 million people. And it raised the question, do you boycott a place where people have treated you badly and subjected you to public humiliation? Do you come back with picket signs to demand that they treat you better? Or do you simply not frequent a place where you can't trust them with your dignity and respect? To me, it's very simple. I don't do business in places that don't make me feel good about spending my money. I don't need to tell you should treat me better. I just don't pay you to disrespect me. Now you will either miss my money or you won't. But either way, I will no longer experience discomfort in your place of business. That's a decision that I have the power to make. And if I like your product but I don't like the way you treat me, then I can get your product by someone else who treats me better. Same thing in a relationship. If you don't like how your spouse treats you, you can either remove yourself from their presence when they engage in that behavior, or remove them as a spouse from your life. Those are the things you have the power to do. But you don't have the power to make them change. And that's a waste of time to try to get someone to change when you can simply change yourself and remove yourself from an uncomfortable position. So these are the empowering things that we have to think about when we look at those that are doing things that we don't like. Even when it comes to our public schooling. And how often have we derailed the public school systems where we live? They're not teaching our children right. They're not giving our children information. No, they're not. And they choose to teach what they're teaching for a reason. They are choosing to indoctrinate our children into a way of thinking that gives them the impression that certain people have always been the smartest, victorious, most intelligent people on the planet, and we should pattern ourselves after their philosophy and behavior. That's the intention of the current public school system. If we disagree with the indoctrination, then what do we have the power to do? We have the power to teach that which we believe is true and good and in the best interest of our children. We have the power to teach it from our homes. We have the power to teach it from a collective group of homes. We have the power to teach it in our institutions of spiritual involvement, churches, mosques, temples. We have the power to create learning environments for our children and to teach them information that will empower them. That's what we have the power to do. We don't have the power to change the agenda of other people because they have a reason for what they do, and that reason does not change. So do we continue to complain about people who are following their own agenda to indoctrinate our children, to prepare them to work forever for them in a slave-like money-based economy in which they believe that they must do this because they believe that the people who they work for are the smartest people that ever lived and should be emulated? Now, we can choose to keep following that pattern, or we can choose to break out of that pattern. We can choose to create schools in which the goal is not competition but cooperation. The goal is enlightenment and not control. The goal is the elevation of thinking and the discovery of ways to organize it so everyone's needs are met. We can choose those kinds of institutions because we can create them. Rather than fussing at someone else for not doing it, we should simply choose to do it. So let us choose empowerment. Let us choose solutions. Let us choose responsibility for our condition and stop complaining about what others are not doing for us. That takes maturity, and that takes the removal of fear. And so we must remove the fear that we are inadequate and embrace the power that we have as expression of the divine being from whom we all have come. So we are going to take a break, and if you're listening online, we want you to join this conversation. Give us a call, 515-605-9325, and press 1 when you're ready to speak, and we'll come right to you, open your mic, and hear your words. And if you have been watching us on Facebook Live, we want you to switch on over to the Female Solution Radio Show at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution and listen to Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. So we'll be right back after this quick break. And so we ask you to be a part of our morning think tank. Stay with us Call in, press 1, listen in, and you'll hear our guest, Rickey Hendon, as he gives his insight about the mayoral candidacy of Dr. Willie Bolton. Be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Beloved, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family on Saturdays from 12 noon to 2 p.m. with a brand new show entitled Women Entrepreneurs International. Women Entrepreneurs International empowers women to be financially free by starting their own home-based business. I look forward to being with you Saturday, 12 noon. Call in 515-605-9325. We, WEI, we are the answer.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world.
Big difference.
Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their stories to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection.
Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on Cable TV, Channel 19 in Chicago. In other cities, check your local cable listings.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Is someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving over the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on the Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help you get back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom. On Sunday, you can call in at 215-383-5863 or go to www.blogtalkradio.com/soulpurposehealing. When I'm not doing spiritual adjustments on Blog Talk Radio, I'm helping clients reduce the stress in their lives with EFT, essential oils, and cost-saving health plans like Ameriplan. Ameriplan is a better way to save money on your health care expenses. There is more information on how to contact me at www.yourholisticlifecoach.com. Till then, stay in joy.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
To you and yours. And welcome to the Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, Monday Morning Mindfulness, to start your week off with a mindfulness stress relief session to make your day better. And today's topic is, how can we as a people make changes necessary in Chicago to make Chicago an equal place to live for everyone and have opportunities for all. Today, as you already know, my guest will be none other than Chicago's own former Illinois State Senator, political consultant, and musician and recording artist, the one and only Rickey, Hendon. And if you have not heard of this man, I'm not quite sure where you've been living, because he has a voice that has helped Chicago and the world, as a matter of fact, with the work that he's done in the community locally and abroad. And we will be discussing the mayoral candidacy of Dr. Willie Wilson, businessman, philanthropist, and now politician. And if you're listening online, feel free to send your comments or suggestions on our Facebook page, The Female Solution, and always my Facebook page, Zelda Speaks, and as well as Twitter and Instagram and any of the other social media you'd like to perform in. And I have a very special prize for you today. If you would like to win that prize, all you have to do is tell me who Rickey Hendon is. Now, if you're listening, then you'll know. And that prize is the Mindfulness Stress Relief 21-Day Home Journal, Practice Journal, or the Innovative Mindfulness Breakthrough System, which is an audio. It's a 4-CD audio program that you can practice at home. Not everyone likes to write, but some like to listen, so you have a choice. And do keep in mind that we're always looking for health ambassadors if you're looking to help people who have health challenges. And we all know someone who has a health challenge if they're not in pain, they're recovering, or about to discover that they're diabetic, because many know my mission is to help those who are diabetics and are not diabetics as well to keep from becoming a diabetic, because my surgery, an accident which led me to surgery, and I discovered that I was a diabetic. Not a good time, but it was a blessing in disguise, and I don't want anyone to go through the pain and suffering that I went through becoming a diabetic, and the process that I had to design from scratch from my own, because I didn't want to be a diabetic the rest of my life. So I share that in an ebook, and it's called Diabetic Donut. You can go to diabeticdonut.com and get more information. And we're always looking for people who like to shop, because we like to shop in America. We've been trained to do that since birth. And it's good when you can shop with other folks' money. We train you how to do that, too, and make money on Amazon. Now, some people have opposing to Amazon, but I said if you can't beat them, join them. And it's an opportunity for people in the community who do not have what it is that they need to secure that. And Amazon is simply one of many platforms to do that. I can honestly say that I have worked helping the Higher Learning Network, which comes on Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, and 24/7 on the Higher Learning Network We've helped this organization raise funds for their programs, and the Higher Learning Network teaches youth behind-the-scenes radio, television, and print production, and I'm also a part of the seminars and workshops where we help people improve the quality of their life, beginning with their health, because without health, you have nothing. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't feel good enough to spend it, guess what? You can't shop. You can give it to somebody else, and they get the pleasure, but why not get it yourself? So take care of health. Health is the number one priority. And speaking of priorities, it is time to share the first priority with you today, and that is to spend some quiet time alone. And this is why we do Monday morning mindfulness. And today's reading will come from Inspirational Conversations with Shalom with Israel, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. And even though today is April 22nd, we will take it from April 20th. And it says, what is it? The it that causes us pain, that makes us question the choices we make in life. Too many times we accept less than what we know we should have. Sometimes it doesn't make us feel good. How does that feel? And how do we honor those feelings? We can let our feelings catch up as we behave our way into happiness. Impulse control comes with maturity. So don't try to make sense out of nonsense. Get out of the closet of denial and into the process of closure. We will miss their presence, yes we will, but we will still be okay. It's okay. What lie do we tell ourselves to make it okay? Many of those lies show up in our beliefs. Dissect the word belief, B-E-L-I-E-F. Do you see the word lie, L-I-E? So be aware of your beliefs and how you came to believe them in the first place. Inspirational Conversations with Zelda Speaks on your Monday morning mindfulness. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope that there's something that we can share with you today to enlighten you, to bring you to a place of peace. And as we prepare for peace this morning, let us begin this Monday morning mindfulness meditation session by closing our eyes and sitting up straight in a chair, preferably with feet flat on the floor, back erect, nothing in your hands, nothing in your lap. And if you're lying down, that's okay too, as long as you're comfortable. Now, you may doze off and go to sleep, but hopefully you'll wake back up. Okay, let us begin this morning by knowing we are always at the right time, at the right place, doing the right thing. And we will begin the meditation process by breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through the nose if possible. Inhaling to the count of 6. Holding it for a second. And then blowing out through the nose now. So let us begin the process together. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting to yourself. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. And every time you inhale, you should feel your chest expand. It should fill up. And as you exhale, feel your stomach deflate. And the breath is the only thing that you are focusing on at this moment. It is your breathing that will keep you connected. It is the breath of life that will calm you down in a state of confusion and chaos. Breathe deeply. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale, knowing that whatever you are going through, it is okay. And it did not come to stay. It is only a temporary situation, as in all situations. Feel the energy of the universe as it moves, thinks, and has its energy flowing in, through, and around you. You are the most important being on the planet Earth. As you inhale deeply and exhale. And as you are experiencing this breathing process, you are officially arming yourself with a protective armor that will guide you, that will guard you, and protect you throughout the entire day, if you believe it. And I know you believe it because you are breathing in all the goodness that God, the universe, the Creator has in store for you. And every time you breathe in, you are trusting that you can breathe in another breath and that you can breathe out as well. You trust the universe to supply your each and every breath. And if you can believe that truth, then you can believe any other truth you so choose to believe. Inhale deeply. Hold it and exhale. And as you breathe in this time, feel the organs of the inner body experiencing joy as you give it life each and every breath you take. Your lungs, you are celebrating the air that circulates in your lungs, that sends the signals to the brain, that goes down the back of your neck to your spine, and moves throughout each and every organ, including your stomach, your spleen, your colon. Inhale deeply as you give light and love to the organs that sustain you in each and every breath, knowing that you have a mission to do today. You have work to do today. And you have been given breath of life to continue that mission, no matter how challenging it may be. As you continue to breathe and arm yourself with the word of truth and overstanding and knowing that with that assignment which you have been given, it is yours to complete. And as you continue to breathe in the goodness that has been given to you today, that fills you with love and light, that emanates from you. When people see you, they say, oh my goodness, what is he or she doing? Why are they radiating like that? They are taking the time every morning to breathe in and hold it and exhale. They are arming themselves, as the late Dr. Maya Angelou says, before you face the day, face God. Face the Creator that is within you, that arms you with all the intelligence that you need to guide you and to guard you and take you throughout the day and make you the very best you possibly can be, despite the naysayers who come to you with negativity and impossibility and questionable. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, repeat to yourself, I release, let go, and let God. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And as you exhale, I release, let go, and let God. Say it out loud. Words have wings. You can put those words out in the universe. Those words, millions of them, have tiny particles that are vibrating around you and forming an energy that is impenetrable. Nothing and no one can come into your atmosphere and knock you off point. No one can control you because you have taken the time to arm yourself with the Word, with the Creator's Word that is responsible for your breath, for your being. Inhale deeply. And exhale all negativity, all thoughts of lack, limitation, fear, challenge, untruth. Know that you are always a powerful human being, a powerful spiritual being. You are in control. It may not seem like it, but as long as you can breathe and breathe in, inhale deeply, hold it, and exhale. And as long as you can breathe out, you are in control. You are always in control. And as you breathe in this time, repeat the words to yourself. Say them out loud if you wish. Inhale deeply. And as you release, I am in control. I am in control. I am in control. Inhale deeply. Inhaling all good that God has in store for you today. And as you exhale, I release, let go, and let God. And as you prepare for this day, know that you are the only person that controls your breath and controls your destiny according to the Word, according to the Creator's divine design, which has you in mind. Think on those thoughts as you continue to breathe. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, release, let go, and let God. Inhale one more time. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And as you exhale, sitting up straight, you will bring your chin to your chest, and slowly rotate your head to your left. Slowly bringing your head around to the back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. You should just be getting to the back and slowly bringing your head around to the right. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bringing your head to the front, chin to chest, and slowly bringing your head back around to the right. still breathing, taking long, deep breaths, inhaling deeply. You should just be getting to the back and slowly bringing your head around to the left and slowly, finally bringing it around to the center, slowly, 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 chin to chest, and now head straight forward, looking to your left slowly, and slowly looking to your right. And taking a long, deep inhale to the count of 6 and hold it, and exhale. Now, how does that feel? You have officially armed yourself for the day. Nothing and no one can stop you. If you enjoyed that experience, please feel free to share it with someone. Send them to my YouTube page, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. And you can always go to zeldaspeaks.com. And as we prepare for the rest of our day, be reminded that there will be places, people, things, situations, and circumstances that will come into our circle that we may not enjoy. And when that happens, the first thing to do is to give thanks for it. What do you mean give thanks for it? Are you crazy? I don't like chaos and confusion. Well, nobody does. But then again, there are some who thrive off of it. Look at the political arena. We'll get into that shortly. But when they come into your private space and you do not like the energy that is vibrating from them, you have the choice to use your own energy, and that begins with the process of breathing. And if you just happen to have a little garlic or a little onion on your breath, it might help. Because as you breathe, people will think, number one, you're crazy. You're standing up in the midst of madness, breathing. But when you start breathing on them, I think they may step to the side if you've got a little garlic or onion on you, okay? I hope you've enjoyed this Monday morning mindfulness session. And when we come back in the 8 o'clock hour, you will have a chance to voice your opinion this morning, because I know you have one. I was at the Markham roller rink yesterday morning with my skate family. And, of course, I am an advocate of those who are living their truth from their heart. No matter what people say about them, they ignore them and they keep moving. And I was there sharing with my skate family the efforts of our very own philanthropist, businessman, and mayoral candidate, Dr. Willie Wilson, as he prepares to bring this city closer with each other to do the right thing to make this an equal opportunity city. I'm sharing this information with my skate family, and I'm proud to say that most of them understood, have heard of this man, and know what he represents. And there are a few who did not. And then there are a few who very adamantly said, there's no way that this man can win. And, of course, you know I had to have a conversation with him. And we will discuss that conversation coming up in the 8 o'clock hour with our very own state rep, former state rep, talk show host, and man about town. And that is the former Illinois State Senator, Rickey, Hendon. And you can call in and share your thoughts as well by calling in at 515-605-9856. 9325 and press 1 to speak. But right now it's 8 o'clock. We're going to go to a commercial break. We've got very important special messages for you, so you stay close, and we'll be right back. Thanks for listening to Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks on The Female Solution with your Monday morning mindfulness. Stay close.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Is someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving over the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Do you need remodeling and repairs in your home or office? Call J&J Construction, your complete house doctors. We have a full-fledged crew to do your painting, drywall, electrical, plumbing, heating, and roofing, and tile work. We do new construction as well as rehab work. We're licensed general contractors. You can call us at 312-8195. My name is Lernie Jones. Visit our website at jandjconstructionremodeling.com. Once again, visit our website at jandjconstructionremodeling.com.
Hey, my name is Dolphin Norris. I'm with Life Builders United. You can reach us on lifebuildersunited.org. Our theme is to build families, to build community. Our philosophy is on a four-legged stool of self-sufficiency, and that is build where you live, grow what you eat, sew what you wear, and buy where you own. That ends slavery. Thank you.
Are you looking for a heating contractor? Are you tired of paying those high service charges? Or are you purchasing property and in need of a mechanical overview? If you answer yes to any of these questions, we have the solution for you. Call us at Miller's Heating and Cooling. We provide sales, service, repair, and installation of heating and air conditioning systems for residential and commercial customers. We provide affordable prices to fit your budget. If you mention this ad, you can receive a free estimate and free mechanical overview. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 773-444-8432. Again, that's 773-444-8432. And ask for Maurice. We'll do anything to get you hot or cold.
What happens when a group of people are kidnapped from their homes, smuggled away in chains, and held captive in a foreign land where they are tortured, raped, and forced to perform hard labor by the lash of a whip and under the constant threat of death? Slavery, the African American psychic trauma. What happened to the doctors, writers, scientists, builders, educators, and spiritual leaders from Africa's golden age? Who did they really capture and sell into slavery? Are all African Americans suffering from psychic trauma because of a conspiracy to hide their true identities? Do you have psychic trauma? Take the test on page 22 of the book and see. Order it online today at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. And get your personally autographed copy of the book, Slavery, the African American Psychic Trauma.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Suk Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
Back this morning for your Monday morning mindfulness to start your week off with mindfulness and stress relief. Today's topic: how can we make Chicago a better place? By putting someone in the office who has our best interests at heart. And no one can share that better than my next guest, my guest for the day, I should say, the one and only former Illinois State Senator, political consultant, and man, a musician as well that I didn't know. He talks about politics, civil rights, social justice, the whole 9 yards. You need to know. The man of the hour is the one and only Rickey Hendon, political consultant to not mayoral candidate, Mayor Willie Wilson of Chicago. Good morning, Rickey. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Zelda. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being here. You are a gem. You have represented the state of Illinois for years, and now you have chosen to do something. You have taken on an enormous assignment. Tell us how you became involved in this process.
Okay, but before I do that, let me tell you, I did the breathing exercise with you earlier, right?
Oh, you did?
Yes, and it's so wonderful. People need to get with it. You know, I'm a health fanatic. I won't say fanatic because I'm too busy to be a fanatic, but I play a lot of softball. Right? You know, I play a lot of softball. We were in Washington Park yesterday. The preseason started. I played a couple of weeks ago, but it was too cold for me. You know, I'm 64.
Okay.
And it was too cold. When I was out there, I was like, oh, no, y'all, my back. I can't feel my fingers. How can I pitch, right? Yesterday was a little warmer, so I pitched my first game of the season, and we won 12-1.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. You know,
oh, my goodness.
I'm still all that, right? But I was saying that to say we got to be in our health. And I love the way you open the show about the breathing and the relaxation and the getting into your spiritual side early in the morning when you start your day. It's just good, you know. And like you said, there's always going to be some distractors, some haters. You know, I got in all 3 games yesterday. And I tell people I'm 64 so they'll know if I can do it, you can do it.
Amen. Say that.
That's why, you know, I used to be like, you know, I'm 39. You know, now I'm 64 running around. So I wanted to say that first, and but I got to have you on my show on 820 whenever you know, a Saturday that you're free, so we could talk health and we could talk, you know, mind kind of things that all people need, not just black people. We just need it extra. You know what I mean? So we totally messed up.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know why you want to, you know, take your smooth show where I got to go when it comes to politics, but I'll go if you want me to, because I don't do politics easy and soft.
No, that's just the intro, baby. Now's the real deal.
Okay, because it's a brutal business. And we're in dire straits. We are in bad shape as a race of people, especially black people, but all people in this city, and we got to do something about it.
Well, that's why we have you on the line to tell us exactly what we can do and why we need to stop pea-footing around.
Well, I'm here and I'm ready.
So tell us how you became associated with Dr. Willie Wilson and why.
Well, when I was in alderman and senator and ward committeeman, I heard of Dr. Wilson because he owned the worst McDonald's in the country on the west side when he got his first McDonald's, you know. He didn't get it because he had all the money. He didn't get it because he had all the education. He got it because he learned how to work, and he worked hard, and he didn't take any vacations. He mopped the floors at McDonald's. He swept up. He flipped the burgers. He did the fry. He did everything they needed done, and then he earned his own McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Which McDonald's was it? Do you remember?
Lord, oh, do I remember, girl? I didn't even eat in there. That's how bad it was. Yes, I remember.
Please don't tell me it was the one on Madison.
Yes. Willie,
I kind of figured that.
Girl, the one on Madison, it was horrible. I mean,
yeah.
We went in there sometime, and when he got it, he turned it around.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say, oh, he can't be mayor, he ain't smart enough, if you turn around the worst McDonald's in the city of Chicago on the west side into a successful franchise, so successful till you end up with 7, then our people need to stop being stupid.
Okay.
And accept the fact that there are other ways they earned a degree to become successful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what pisses me off the most about black people when it comes to Dr. Willie Wilson. They're just goofy. Then he sold the McDonald's and got a medical company, Omar Medical Supplies, doing $60 million a year. And our people, some of our people still like, oh, well, he speaks with a southern accent, or he's from down south, or he dropped out of school. That's what we should be telling our kids. Yeah, a lot of our kids have dropped out of school and ran away from home. Don't get you know what I mean? That they can still make it. We got to let them know they can still make it because Willie still made it. So, that's how I got in the Willie. When I became a political consultant, Zelda, it was clear to me that somebody black that was smart, knew the game, to be the David Axelrod or the Hannah Dubry, the Madigan's guy, Mike Casper, the Burt Odelson. Those are the people who run campaigns for progressive and African American. Well, they don't do African Americans, or they charge a whole lot of money. I know our people got all that money, but somebody still has to be the person who knows electoral politics to help them win. Obama had one. Hillary had one. Rom's got numerous. So I'm Willie Wilson.
Okay.
And I'll be also helping some people that's running for alderman against some of these sorry black aldermen we got in city council.
But you didn't lie. The truth just comes out. That's how it happens.
The truth comes out sometimes, especially with me, because we don't have no time to waste. So, and I do want to say at the beginning of this show, I know you may have some callers or whatever, but this false narrative that we have to have black unity in order to win, that's exactly what it is. It is a false narrative. It is something that the people have put out there, and it's getting the bones of black folks. And then if they see 3-4 black candidates, they say, oh, okay, nobody wins, I'm out. And they don't vote at all. We had 18% black turnout this last election. 18%. 72% did not vote. And if you put into that equation the 300,000 African Americans that aren't even registered, you're telling me like 9% of the potential black voters voted. 9%. Who we going to be? Because we bought into this false narrative, oh, if there ain't no unity, well, I just give up. Or things didn't change as much as they'd like for them to change under Obama, our first black president. I wrote about that in my book, Black Enough, White Enough, The Obama Dilemma. Don't expect too much from Barack, because then you're going to be disappointed, and then you ain't going to vote. And
say the name of that. Say the name of that book again, Ricky.
Black Enough, White Enough, The Obama Dilemma.
Okay. Black Enough, White Enough, The Obama Dilemma.
Yeah, when I got out of, was getting on my way out of politics, you can't write about politicians and still be in the room with them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But on my way out, I wrote that book because I saw it coming. And that has happened to our own people. We had 8 years of a black president. I told people in the book earlier, don't go slap your white boss tomorrow when Barack wins, because he ain't going to help you get a job. You know what I mean? You're going to be fired. Have your party. I mean, I partied like a rock star. But I understood that, especially the first black anything, baseball, whatever, they don't get a whole lot done. They just crack the ceiling. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's the way it is. The first one in. It's normally the light skin one, whatever. It's the way it is.
Okay.
So the
it's
first
just
one
back
in,
to life.
But we expected too much from President Obama, and he did not do a whole lot. I just got to be real about it for black folks directly. Like, here is for the black people. No, he didn't do that. we can't say that about Latinos or gays or whatever, because he did things for them, specifically for them, and said this is for them. The Dreamers Act, immigration, a path to citizenship. There was no reparations for the former slaves, the black folks who built this country, even under a black president. And if you look around black America, and this is where the president came from, Chicago, we deplorable conditions. Killing each other, hating each other. I mean, black folks in bad shape. Our youth are unemployed. We had a, black president for 8 years, so our people expected something more that was realistic, and when they didn't get it, now we got 9% participation.
Mhm. We've just given up.
What's
the point?
And normally what was supposed to happen is we were supposed to be so excited because we finally got a black president that we voting the rest of our life.
Right.
Let the Latinos get a Latino president. They're going to start voting illegal or legal. Who cares about legal? They understand how.
Yes.
We've lost our eyes on power. We do the politics of personality. I ain't into that. So I'm swinging hard all day, every day in this campaign for mayor because Willie is the front runner. We've done polls. We've seen it. He ran third behind Romney and Chewy. He was surging, and he made his one error, and some black people took that one error where he said he was trying to say he have a lot of white friends. And he's from down south, so he said Whitey came out, and then the campaign, our campaign, didn't handle it right, told him what to do, but everybody don't always listen to me. And they put it out there like he was a racist. And everybody knows Dr. Willie Wilson ain't no racist. He loves everybody.
Thank you. And he'll tell you that. He will tell
everybody that. Right. And he comes from a spiritual Christian side, so that part of him. I mean, this is a man who gives money away to homeless people. I've seen it. Pay people's light bills, gas bill. I've seen it. 1,000 people come to a church and Willie say, here, bring your bill. And I was there. And I mean, some people, the only ones I didn't give the checks and the money to was the ones who had their car note. We playing light bills and gas bills. Don't come here with your car note and you driving a BMW. Stop playing. But they did that. And Willie's like, give them the money anyway. I mean, that's what's in his heart. So we need to elect people that have shown through paying folks taxes, bailing black folks out of jail. If people knew how many people that Willie Wilson got out of jail alone, who was in jail for minor offenses and just didn't have $100, you've been sitting in county jail 8, 9 months, 3 years for $200.
And he's put a bill into place.
Yeah, because you stole a can of buying sausage. Stop playing. But Willie
and
said,
he went
look,
even further. He has a bill in place to make that happen.
Right. It's statewide now. They cannot keep you in jail for lack of money on minor misdemeanor offenses any longer. That's why Cook County Jail's population went down about 60%.
60%.
Yes, poor black folks, poor white folks. Tom Dart was happy. I mean, he supported the bill 2034, Senate Bill 2034, which I helped Dr. Wilson pass out in Springfield. It's the other thing I did when I got out, because I can help people get things passed if I want to. I'm not a lobbyist,
right?
But I lobbied for that bill. So for 1 year while we was trying to pass that, because it took a year, I signed up, paid the money, because I don't want no problem with them people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as we passed that one, then I let it go because I was only doing it for Willie. But he made it statewide that you can't. Within a week, they have to call you before a judge to see why you're still in the jail. Look at it like that.
Okay.
Why is this person still locked up? It's just lack of money only. They got to let you out.
And one of the things that we confuse is the message with the messenger. We are so caught up on how he delivers his message. We're missing the message because we're focusing on the messenger.
Willie is a smart man too. We're not
a genius.
One thing that let me put it like this. How do I say this and not sound arrogant? One thing that we have going that some of the other campaigns that Rahm Emanuel and his kind of people respect is that we understand the electoral politics. We understand when people say Willie can't talk, that he's got to speak better. And he sounds better now. I tell people, listen to him now.
Yes.
He's speaking a lot better. He didn't take classes or nothing like that. He just worked on it. Like you were talking about when we were there earlier in the show. Why can I still play softball at this level at 64? And we're not picnic league now, okay? We travel. We go to out of town, win championships. You know, I played in South Dakota. I played in Arizona. You know, the teams, they go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Puerto Rico. So, but you got to train it. So Willie understood. He said, okay, I hear people who say I can't speak articulately enough. So he worked on that. Our messaging is better. And I got to say this, Zelda, I'm happy that majority of the people who are against Willie the first time, who are educated and have the degrees, the intellectual black community, I'll call them, they're not as critical as Dr. Wilson as they were the first round.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. So we're appreciating those people right now. And I'll say this and you know, go from there. The Dorothy Browns, Jamil Greens, Troy Laviers, and Gil, whoever, what's his name, Gil, somebody. We welcome them all in the race. Because when you got 9% black participation, we want all of them in the race. So bring out your 2,000 more. Bring out 10,000 more if you can. Bring out 15,000 more if you can. We don't believe they're going to beat Dr. Wilson or catch up with us because we're going to run the best campaign. And we've already started. I mean, we know what we have to do, and he's willing to do it. And if black folks don't give him no money, he can put his own money into the race because you got to have money to win these days. Rahm Emanuel going to have $40 million. So if some of these other candidates, I want to be mayor, and they got $1,500, what you think will happen?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
J.B. Pritzker was paying people that I know, people that loved me, who wasn't working for me because I wasn't with him, right? But they still call me and pay me everything, right? Hey, boss, love you, senator, blah, blah, blah. What y'all do? Y'all know where we at. We over here in the dungeon, we call it. You know, making what, $25, $50, whatever. They're making $375 a day. So when people say, well, why did black people still push JD? Because his workers was making $375 a day, and they worked for the money. So we're telling people now, take Rahm's money, just vote for Willie.
And I love what Dr. Wilson says, I cannot be bought and I cannot be bossed. I am a self-made man. He has a heart of gold. He says, I don't need money. I got money. I can give it away.
Some of these pop-up candidates are being put into the race. Our people need to understand that. So when they say unify with them, it's impossible. They work for Rahm. They work for Daley. They work for, they work for our enemies. You know, they work for and they got many of the black aldermen are already lined up with Rahm and going to stay with Rahm, till the cows come home.
Because they've got to save their jobs.
Right, they got to save their jobs. So I agree with you. It's a blessing that Dr. Willie Wilson can't be bought, and he got his own money. And I'm like that. People think I'm working for Willie right now for free. But I know at some point, I'm going to get paid, and I'm going to pay people. Because you got to pay people. You should pay people. You got to feed the mule from down south. That's what we used to call it. You got to feed the mule, or the farm ain't going to get that plow. The mule, we got to feed the worker. You got to put gas in the cars. I get all of that. You know, and candidates who don't have no money but just don't talk and all this and all that, they do have money, but they be bought and sent. And their campaigns are funded by Rahm Emanuel.
You said a mouthful, and as they say in the South, we're doing what they call tilling the soil. We're getting the soil ready. And right now we're going to go to the line. We've got the Reverend Fellows of the National Black Agenda on the line. Good morning, Grand Rising, Reverend Fellows. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Well, good. It's an honor to hear the show and the great communication that's going out. And this is Brother Reeven Fellows, Mr. Hendon, Brother Reeven, yes. And especially to my mentor, I worked in Lawndale for 15 years, and so I got my organizing, some of my skills of organizing from Mr. Hendon, his monthly meetings that gave a lot of information and trained a lot of people. So I want to thank you, brother, for your work. To me, you're like the Gus Savage of that time. And it's an honor. Tell it like it is. No black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, brother, I want to reach out to you on two things. I've galvanized the young people, like you say, they're beating up the millennials, say they didn't come out. Well, I know that they gave money to the pastors and gave money to street organization, gave money to everybody but the millennials, so they wasn't asking them to come out and want them to come out for free, and we ain't got nothing to show for it. So we're targeting the 17 to 34 that could care less about voting, and we call it level up and vote. Level up and get your job. Level up, get your money. Level up, get your life, just like P. Diddy had voted die. So I would like to see if I can reach out. I got those young people that lost an election. They've come together and said we still want to get in the game. So I've been talking with them. I would be honored to see if you could come out and speak to that group, the importance of why they should vote, how to participate, and strategize, because we going out, we ain't hollering Democrat, Republican. We're going to do like Don King. Whichever the best interest this week. That's what I'm telling young people, because we getting ate up being in one party. So I want to see if that's possible, that you can come speak to them on the history of what you know. And as you say, if they're not in the room, they're on the menu. That's one ask. The other thing, I know I was in Aurora. I was in Aurora for 20 years, and I know that you were part of helping the new mayor and some of the organizing out there. So I want to talk to you offline. The mayor's there, and we have an economic interest to put black men and black women to work in Aurora. So I want to see if you could be some type of mediator for how a black mayor who's over city of Aurora is not supporting a black museum that's owned by black people.
Well, let me say this right now, and I hope you stay on the line. First of all, I appreciate all the comments. And we did meet. We met, but it wasn't once a month. We met once a week, every Monday night. I met with
Yes, sir.
And I think that I'm putting that out there because our elected officials, the aldermen currently, they don't even meet once a month. You know, they don't have no weekly meetings with their constituents. We got to demand that. We have to demand that the voters, the citizens have to say, look, we want to meet with you, you know, and not always one-on-one. Meet out in a group where everybody can hear what you said. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's easy to lie in a closed room, in a back room. Oh, yeah, I do this, I do that. No, say it in front of 300 people. You feel me? That's why I did what I did, and that's why I don't lie, because I don't have to try to remember what I said. I'm too old for that. All I want to remember right now is how to throw the curveball, how to throw my sliders out there in softball, and the trick to hit. But when it comes to government, I'm straight up. So let me tell you about Aurora real quick. I am not happy with Mayor Richard Irvin in Aurora, and I helped him. And I know other people who helped him. He done lost his way already. It don't take long. So my mind is made up. If I help somebody and they go off track, I'm going to tell on them. I'm going to fight them. Ain't no secret. Alderman Michael Scott, 24-4. I helped Mike. I wrote his radio commercials and stuff for cheap. Because Jason Irving, the alderman, my friend in 28 Ward, asked me to help him. Mike Scott, no, we got to get rid of him. I'm just got to keep it real like that. But, yes, I will come out and speak. Get my number, or, I'm Rickey Hendon at AOL.com, RICKEY, HENDON at AOL.com, and I'll definitely come out. The millennials didn't vote. The seniors didn't vote. The young black people didn't vote. Didn't know black people vote. So we can't put it on any one group. But we do need to get those young people, and if they ran for office before, we're running a program right now where that's why I'm just senior consultant and not campaign manager for Dr. Wilson, because we are looking for actively young people who want to run for alderman in just about every one of these 19 black wards.
Wow. Well, definitely, I'm going to see if I get your number, and then we'll talk offline. And then one more thing I want to add to our running mayor that's running. We see that he's moving and he's doing great work, Dr. Wilson. Just one taste. We have some of the best Toastmaster programs in Chicago. He need to just go hit them for about a week. He probably be leading and hang around them people. When he come back, we off and running.
All right. Let me say this. You know, we have TV commercials running already.
Yes, sir.
Now we got radio commercials running already. We have billboards up already. And we have yard signs out already, and we have literature out already. So we're going to do everything necessary to win this race, no matter who else gets in the race. And we letting black folk know they're going to put some more blacks in the race. Because right now, what the media, the mass media is like, I mean, they have a right to do this. It's sell papers or get people to watch their news. They're calling it a sin in the clown. You know what I mean? Katie behind the door. Look at the circus. And the circus is all around the black candidates. They're not mentioning you got 4 white candidates, but nobody say, ooh, you're going to split up the white vote, or ooh, look at the circus. Right. You know what I mean? It's just us. You know, it's just us. So that's why we got to fight hard. But I'll definitely come out and speak to them young people, and I'm going to just let them know to be ready. When Rickey Hendon coming, they need to be ready.
Well, I know that you straight no chaser, and you straight West Side. So I learned that while I was working on the West Side, you ain't playing with it.
Ain't no sense of playing with it, you know.
Well, thank you so much for your wisdom, and thank you guys for allowing me the time on the show.
Rickey Hendon at AOL.com.
All right, thank you, y'all.
Thank you so much for calling.
Or on Facebook.
Calling in. It's 8:30. It's 8:31. We will give out your information again, Rickey. So for those who are who are interested, but right now we're going to go to a quick break. We've got some messages for you. You are joining us today on Monday Morning Mindfulness on the Female Solution with my very special guest, former Illinois State Senator and political consultant, Mr. Rickey Hendon. We call him Hollywood Henderson. You stay close and we'll be right back. Did I say Henderson? Hollywood Hendon. Get it right, girl. Get it right. Keep it tight. All right. Stay close here on the Female Solution. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Wanda Carter, producer of the Woman to Woman TV show. We'll be joining the Female Solution radio show on Sundays from 5 to 7 p.m. with a panel of women discussing everything from romance to finance in order to find solutions to the daily challenges we face. So get a pen, call a friend, and stay tuned in to the Woman to Woman show with Wanda Carter on the Female Solution radio show. Sundays, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in and comment at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to join the conversation, and let's talk about it, woman to woman.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Hi, this is Viata, your holistic life coach, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family every Friday morning to assist you in your journey to abundant health. Together, we can reduce the stress, which most health professionals agree is a major contributor to disease. Every Friday, I'll be sharing the knowledge I've gained from over 20 years in the holistic health field. The word holistic simply means taking into consideration mind, body, and spirit to balance and heal your human self. I am truly excited to be able to serve you on the Female Solution.
Hi. This is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about, and we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment. And we have an open mic. All you have to do is press 1 to be heard and to say what you have to say. No fear, no fake, real truth. That's what you'll find on my show. Visit our archives at The Female Solution on Blog Talk Radio and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. Invite a friend and listen in, and I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We are now a part of the online network of associated internet radio hosts, On Air. On Air is a fantastic global guide to uplifting and enlightening online shows spanning all 7 continents. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. You can participate in a conversation anywhere in the world with just a tap on your cell phone. Just go to onaireverywhere.com and tap the lines in the upper right-hand corner to get the days of the week. Tap the day of the week, then scroll down to your favorite host and tap the link to hear the show online. Or tap the phone number to call in and participate in the discussion. It's that simple. Go to onaireverywhere.com on your cell phone and hear the good news about our changing world from the global transformers. We're on air everywhere, online all the time.
Do you need remodeling and repairs in your home or office? Call J&J Construction, your complete house doctors. We have a full-fledged crew to do your painting, drywall, electrical, plumbing, heating, and roofing, and tile work. We do new construction as well as rehab work. We're licensed general contractors. You can call us at 312-8195. My name is Lernie Jones. Visit our website at jandjconstructionremodeling.com. Once again, visit our website at jandjconstructionremodeling.com.
And thank you for joining us back here on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks on the Female Solution with our very special guest today, the one and only former Illinois State Senator Rickey Hendon, political consultant to Mayor Dr. Willie Wilson. We're going to the Rashida at 6303. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on
Good
the
morning.
Female.
Thank you. Yes, I have a question, Mr. Hendon, from the website.
Okay.
I used to be an organizer, and I started out organizing for Ed Smith when he had failed a lot of times trying to become alderman, but now he's graduated. He's been winning ever since. My question is, when it comes to the youth, what do you have a really good strategy? If not, I have two that works. I never ran for a position, but I was nominated when Percy Jarrell went to prison for his position by Mayor Daley. But I never was interested. But I have an excellent strategy I would like to share. And I want to know as.
Yeah, go ahead and share it with us. I'd like to. I'm always open for fresh ideas.
Yeah, one I know worked. It worked when I was field organizer for President Obama in Detroit. We went into the major high schools and we did a massive voter registration drive.
Right.
And another one, and then had the youth to actually get involved with the campaign. That works because it motivates them and makes them feel like it's a personal relationship. And the other one, believe it or not, is with the seniors in the senior public housing. We would set up the voting machines. That's what I did for Ed Smith. Set up the voting machines in the senior building and have him to speak. It's not a lot of money, it teach them how not to be intimidated by the voting process. And by me being a founder of a nonprofit, we were able at that time to go into the city hall and pull out the voting machines and actually take the voting machines into the senior
show people
building.
how it works. Right.
Yeah,
right.
and have the candidate there to speak. So it makes them feel as though it's something personal, and they really actually know, because most of the people in the senior building, they don't know who to vote for. They just vote from the plugins. But if you have the candidate
who tells them and delivers, like you say, come to them and speak. I intend to, and I was jogging those down while you said I'm one of those kind of people. And, Ed and I were good friends, and you're right. Ed ran and lost. And then when he finally won, he couldn't get beat. So he didn't give up.
Right.
And that's the one thing. And Ed would campaign all night long.
Yeah. And we got down in the community with fish fries and had all the senior citizens come out. I organized that. He won that one election as alderman, and he's been winning ever since. So I know the strategy works.
Right. Now, to the youth, we are pushing voter registration. I'm meeting with Dr. Wilson today. He's going to put some money into the voter registration efforts, and we are going to go into the high schools. That's how I got registered to vote, some years and years ago, at my school. And I was a kid, but we were active, and we all registered to vote. And we have young people with us now. They have a hashtag #IamWillie that we're pushing. Now, some of the older people in the campaign didn't quite get it, but I got it immediately because you're right and they're right. Young people like to be personalized. So we have a T-shirt that's coming out now, I am Willie on the front, and then on the back you say, how you are Willie. I wouldn't have closed the schools. I believe Black Lives Matter. I believe young people should participate. I believe in equal opportunity. So you can personalize. We're letting the young people personalize the back of their own T-shirt of how they are Willie. I dropped out of school too, but I made it. That kind of thing. So we're going to be very active, and that's why we're not mad at all about the young man, 22-year-old Jamil Green, getting in the race. If he can bring out and help wake up some of these younger people, fine. We need everybody.
Well, when is your next?
I'm sorry.
When is your next organizing meeting? Because I plan to be in Chicago, and I think this weekend.
Okay,
yeah.
well, we're gonna post them on Facebook and put them out in the media. We had one day before yesterday, Saturday. So I'm gonna schedule a new one. But right now we're at 5120 South King Drive. 5120 South King Drive. We're in that building, but I'm going to open several campaign offices. We still have 10 months to go. But you can send me an email, and then I'll email you back, or give me a call. My cell phone, ain't got no problem giving it out over the air, 773-656-8928, 773-656-8928. And I did this when I was in office, so I gave out my cell phone when I was in office. My ex-wife drove her crazy, but I'm like, what can I do? Elected officials should be accessible to their constituents. So that's my cell phone. Give me a call, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome. Appreciate it.
Okay.
And thank you, Rashida, for calling this morning. Minister Plump is on 2773 Grand Rising. Minister Plump, thank you for joining us on Monday Morning Mindfulness.
Yes, thank you very much. We're on your Shalom. Great rising. Hallelujah. How you doing? Assalamu alaikum. Well, I just wanted to give a shout-out to the way that we're going to be demonstrating with 10x10towin.com, which is for Chicago, and we want everyone to go to the website and sign on for us joining the 1 million voters voting block. And this is one of the ways that we'll be able to control our destiny and all of the people that's in the political arena that's not acting right and good for us, the black community, and trying to do some good like the Honorable Mayor Washington did. So he was the leader in political examples of how we need to have a positive, progressive, and a professional commitment to God and to the people. So I just want to inject that as to now in the future is for us all to go to 10by10towin.com, and I'm one of those that work with Mark Wallace on WVON. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and
yes, ma'am. So thank you for taking my call, Zelda. And Sister Rashida, she's our executive secretary of the Harold Washington Foundation from the roots. And we love her, and we love you. And Sister Naima, you all keep up the good work. God bless you.
God bless you, too, and thank you so much for calling. We greatly appreciate that.
Did he hang up, or is he still on the line? Is he still on the line?
Yes, I'm still here on the line.
Oh, no, he should have. Let me just say what 10 by 10 so people can kind of get it in the way I get it. If you pool your resources, you pool your money, if you join 10 by 10 or participate in that, you can donate, you can get active, because if we pool our money or we pool our bodies and our resources and our abilities, then we can win. What happens to a lot of black politicians, they get all their donations from white people.
Mm-hmm.
White corporations, white companies, white builders who want to build in their ward, so then they don't have to hire no black people, because if the black march on them or complain, they don't wrote the alderman checks, and the alderman's like, I got to fund my campaign some kind of way. So if I get 10 by 10 with Brother Mark, you're going to ask people when they join us, put in a few dollars and put in some time. Am I right, bro?
Yes, sir. You're right, no doubt. We have to.
And this is how we win. This is
put up our money with our mouth.
It's a political action committee, pretty much, and we need political action committees. I heard a radio ad today. It was for Rahm Emanuel, but it didn't have his name even in the commercial, and it wasn't paid for by Rahm Emanuel, because they don't want you to know it's paid for by Rahm Emanuel. So they had another name. They had a different name, paid for by the what? Who is that? I'm Googling now, looking them up. Guess what? They're all friends or donors to Rahm Emanuel. So we need our own PAC, political action committees, and organizations like 10 by 10. I support it all the way.
Amen. I agree with that. Thank you so much.
God bless
you so much. And how can we do that, Ricky?
Well, see, that's why I like what I do for a living now is bring the bones together. I'm like the needle and you know what I mean? And what I'm saying about that, like groups like 10 by 10 who saying, look up, go on their website. They're not asking for about, I think, $10, but just think if 1,000 people give $10, and if they can get 10 more people give $10, you feel me? Now all of a sudden we got enough money to do something. We can beat 3, 4, 5 all of them. At least scare the hell out of them, if nothing else, because 10 by 10 can run ads and commercials like the one I just heard for Rahm Emanuel. That didn't say Rahm Emanuel in there. And they ain't got to say we for Willie Wilson. They can say we for voter registration, we for a high black turnout, we for changing city council, or at least making the ones who fight a little bit. We got to protect them. When people come to me about, Ricky, we're going to get rid of all the black aldermen, I'm like, I ain't with that. Because I know 3 or 4 of the 19 that step up sometimes that we might need to protect, whether I like them personally or not. I mean, me and David Moore in 17 don't get along all the time. You know what I mean? It's just something about him and me, we don't. But guess what? I'm intelligent enough to know he stands up sometimes. He fights for Rahm, against Rahm sometimes. He fights to get the prostitution and illegal stuff out of his ward. So in that ward, we might stand with him. You know what I mean? So but with groups like 10 by 10, with activist shows like yours, like mine on the radio, whether it's internet or, I'm on 820 AM every Saturday 4 to 6, I say the same stuff because we have to get back to understanding ain't nobody gonna save black people for black people but black people.
Amen.
Their help, and we'll take their help. But guess what? The Chinese ain't coming to us saying save us. The Jews not coming to us saying save us. The Puerto Ricans saving the Puerto Ricans. Come on now. So what's wrong with black people? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm saying this, and some people ain't gonna like it. I really don't care. I believe the brain of the Negro should be in the Smithsonian Museum and should be studied by scientists. I truly believe that. The brain of the Negro, not the brain of the black man. Because the black man, I'm not even letting people call themselves black who I know ain't free no more. You're still a Negro. You actually N-I-G-G-E-R, many of them. Because if you're sold out to another race of people, if you're against your own people, if you hate your own people, you're not a black man. That brain needs to be studied. Sister Latif's book about looking at the effects of slavery on our people, I don't care if it was 1,000 years ago. We still screwed up. We are messed up.
You are absolutely right. And next week I am going to do a show on that alone. And if
I'm gonna have to do your breathing exercise by the time I get off your show. Actually, I did one during the commercial break, but I'm good because I can vibe like this and fight like this and run like this and still be healthy.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. Let us
leave. We got afterwards. I'm smart enough to breathe afterwards.
Okay, a breathing activist. I love it. Just be sure and have some garlic and some onion close by. Let's go to the phone lines. We've got Brian on 2569. Grand rising to you, Brian. Thank you for joining us on Monday Morning Mindfulness.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Mr. Hendon. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, you may not remember me, but I came to your office one time and I did a brief interview with you, and you and I briefly spoke about the dangerous precedent that was set back in 2009 with the impeachment of then Governor Rod Blagojevich. Okay, and you and I did talk. Oh, okay. And
I remember that. I voted, even though I like Rod. At the time, I don't like him since I heard the stuff he had to say with J.B. Pritzker, but I didn't know that at the time, and Rod was a really friendly guy and somebody I could get things from, which was what I'm supposed to do as a senator. But I did vote to impeach him, because, he messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit he could have used better decorum. I agree. I agree. But here's the thing, okay, if I remember correctly, you wanted the General Assembly or the Senate in the impeachment trial to separate the criminal allegations from the quote-unquote, from the articles of impeachment.
Because some of the things that we were in the impeachment paperwork, which came over from the House, were things that Democrats asked Rod to do. So I thought we were hypocritical for us to impeach him on counts that were things that we asked him to do. One being get medication from Canada for Illinois residents because we were overpaying for medication. Canada is our neighbor to the north. They're just as American as we are. If we go into a war with anybody, they're with us all the way. And their health care is much cheaper and their medication was much cheaper. And Democrats asked Rod to do that. One of the articles of the impeachment was that he did that. So I'm like, I can't vote. And it was about three things like that. So you're correct.
Okay. Now, it seemed like, if I remember correctly, why did House Speaker Mike Madigan want it that way? The articles of impeachment and the criminal allegations together.
Well, because he wanted to make sure that we voted to impeach. I mean, prosecutors have awesome power. That's why we got to be very careful who we let be prosecutors or wear a gun, have a badge. Law enforcement people can do some things to you to ruin your life. And in this case, the speaker was acting as the prosecutor. That's the way it works. We were the court. The Senate is the court. The House is, So he put charges in there because him and Rod just did not get along. And they saw the couple of things, maybe 3-4 things that were impeachable, but we had 12 articles of impeachment. So, sometimes they throw all the SHIT against the wall and see what sticks. And that's what he did to Rod Blagojevich. Now, the things he did that I voted to impeach him on, just a couple of them. I remember one was a conversation his people had with a hospital that needed some millions of dollars, and somebody said, okay, we want them to give us $50,000 for in exchange, really, bottom line, for the $1 million. And they talked about it openly like it wasn't no problem. Well, that's a problem. Number one, that's a hospital. Number two, corruption is corruption. But what hurt the most was when the lady from the hospital came and testified, we're just trying to save lives. You can't extort those kind of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why, I had to, and guess what? It was I told the then governor it was going to be 59-0. He didn't believe it, but it was 59-0. Just imagine if I had been the only one to vote to not impeach. You know what I mean? I had to wear that around my head the rest of my career. I'd have been on front page. I was already on the front page enough, and they did do some things wrong. So I hope I explained it clear enough.
Okay, so in essence, you more or less went along to keep the faith. You went along to get along.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I said that there were 2 or 3 things. Let me say it again. And if we have time, Zelda, if you want me, I'll tell you the 4 or 5 articles that I voted to impeach on. It was about 3 of us did not vote to impeach him on about 7 articles. Most was African Americans. I won't put their names out, but we was just like, this is wrong. This is wrong. Everybody else voted to impeach him on every article. And then there's one final vote. In the final vote, I voted to impeach. But there were 6 or 7 articles that I voted not to impeach on. I didn't vote to impeach to go along to get along, but I'm smart enough to know when I see an impeachable offense and when I don't. And I'm smart enough to know that I'm not supposed to not impeach just because I like the person.
Well, that just about says it all. Thank you for joining us today, Brian, on the Higher Learning Network. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. I'm listening. I'm fired up here this morning. I don't even know what show I'm on this morning. The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, and special guest Rickey, Hendon, former Illinois State Senator and political activist, in which you can listen to him every Saturday from 4 until 6 p.m. on WCPT 820 AM Chicago and WCPT 820 AM, WCPT820.com. Rickey, give us the closing thoughts. We've got about 30 seconds here.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I appreciate you having me on my show. I'm going to do your breathing exercise. I hope everybody do their breathing exercise this morning. Let's be healthy and be true to what we believe in and keep up the fight.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to having you. As the months wind down, we've got 10 months. I think we need to have you back here every month on a consistent basis so we can keep the fire burning.
I want to have you in the month of May, so look at your calendar, tell me when you're free, and we're going to do a show on health.
Yes, sir. We will do just that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much, Rickey. I'll be in touch with you in a little bit.
Without a doubt.
Thank you.
All right. Love you.
God bless you. And thank you for our listening audience this morning. We hope we've said something to put your feet to the fire, and especially the breathing, and to know not to confuse the message with the messenger by getting off this soapbox talking about Dr. Willie Wilson's message, of how he delivers his message, because what's important is that we as a people of all hues come together to make this city equal for all the residents who live in it. Take that with you and share it with you and with your family, your coworkers, and your friends and your loved ones, and do something special for yourself. After all, you do deserve it, and there's only one. I'll see you next Monday morning, mindfulness, 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. right here on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. A very special thank you to Dr. Naima Latif for making it all happen. And be sure and use the hashtag when you're online on Facebook or any of the social media, Dr. Willie Wilson. Hashtag Dr. Willie Wilson and hashtag I am Willie Wilson. And don't forget about onaireverywhere.com. And thanks for listening. Make it a great week. A great, great week. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to next Monday morning, Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. And thanks for listening. God bless.
Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.